Hi, some stories deserve to be talked around the dinner table, but today we are bringing you one on camera. I'm sitting down with someone special that has fed San Francisco not only with food, culture, compassion, and soul. You may have walked past here or maybe dined, but do you know the story behind it? So we are taking you down the road and behind the scenes of the iconic Indian restaurant in San Francisco called New Delhi Restaurant. I'm sitting here in a conversation with a man who needs no introduction. He had served in San Francisco for the last 4 decades, helping people eating delicious food, bringing culture, diversity, and lots of flavors. Here is Chef Ranjan Dey.
Thank you, Shruthi.
He's not only built a successful restaurant that lasted for 4 decades, he's also educated, inspired, and represented Indian cuisine with depth and dignity. Today we are diving into his journey, the roots, the risks, the flavors, and the future. So Ranjan,
Yes, Shruthi.
take us to the beginning and tell us about the earliest part of your journey, how it all started. How did this young, good-looking man, I repeat, the good-looking man started his journey?
You know, we had a joint family, and our house was always a place where people gathered from everywhere. It had an open door policy. What it meant was there were guests coming unannounced all the time. At one point, my mom even called it a Day's Hotel because our last name is Day. So we will have families, friends, neighbors, friend of neighbors coming from everywhere. And they were coming from all over India, and they will come and stay with us, and mom will cook. And that's what gave me the sense of building a community. That's where the hospitality, the sense of hospitality was embedded in me. Atitheya Deva Bhava. That means guest is our God.
Wow.
And that's how it all started.
Can you repeat that one more time?
Atitheya, which is guest, Deva is like God, Bhava, for you.
Wow, that's so profound. And how did the name come by? So I know you kind of all over India, not just in New Delhi. So why did you choose the name New Delhi?
Because New Delhi restaurant, the first New Delhi restaurant I started was in Hong Kong in 1982 when I was 26 years old. And you know, in Hong Kong, I felt needed a name which people can recognize without having to think too much as an Indian restaurant. So if I called it Kohinoor, the local people may not know what is Kohinoor. But New Delhi restaurant represents the capital of India. And if you put the restaurant behind New Delhi, then people would recognize it as an Indian restaurant. And I am from New Delhi.
Oh.
So it all made sense.
Beautiful. So representation matters,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely.
And tell us a little bit about the journey that took you from India to Hong Kong and decided to open your first restaurant in Hong Kong. So I'm sure that journey was a special memory of yours.
Absolutely. I had just finished opening Moria Sheraton. It's the Sheraton chain of hotel in New Delhi. And my dad and mom, they were posted in Hong Kong for Southeast Asian countries, but with Hong Kong as the headquarters for information and broadcasting ministry. So I wanted to take off for 3 months, 4 months, 6 months after opening a hotel.
You worked
It
so
was.
hard in life for 20 years. You know,
I was
I mean,
21.
childhood,
I was
that's
21.
the hardest part, right? So, of course, he's now planning your retirement.
No, I wanted to relax a little bit and came to Hong Kong. And that's when this new group of company called Harilele Group, they gave me a chance to join their restaurant division, which owned all the Gaylord restaurants worldwide, except the ones in India. And then I worked for them for 4 years. And after that, at the very end of 4 years, I started another chain for them called Viceroy of India. That's where I met Cody, my wife.
Beautiful.
This is my story, I'm sticking to it. So next door was a pub called Prince
We're
of
going to
Wales
dig deeper
Pub.
into that story too.
And, you know, Cody will manage the pub because her mom and dad were posted in Hong Kong for US Navy. The first time she saw me, she was totally taken by me.
I believe it. So, Cody, what do you think about this?
It was my skill in throwing dart in the pub. I could hit everything but the dartboard. So basically I hit on her. Anyway, that's how we met. And then I left the group and started New Delhi Restaurant in 1982.
Wow. And 37 years.
Yeah.
No, the journey then, it took you to
Yeah, I had 4 New Delhi restaurants in Hong Kong.
in Hong Kong. Yeah.
And then in 1988 is when we decided to move to San Francisco.
Now, that's the 37-year journey. Now,
Yes.
tell us the beginning of that. What brought you to San Francisco, the center of San Francisco, and now you're here?
Yes.
This is almost like the roots now, the new
Yeah,
roots.
It is. It is because, you know, she is Caucasian American, I'm Indian. When we're expecting our daughter, that's when we both decided we didn't want to raise our kids in Hong Kong. We thought she will have a lack of sense of belonging. She won't feel American. She won't feel Indian. China was taking over Hong Kong in 1997. She was born on 4th of July in 1987. We opened this restaurant in 1988, 3rd of November. And within 3-4 years, I sold everything else in Hong Kong. And less is more. I love this restaurant the most.
Amazing. So obviously food and identity is very important to you. Indian food has many layers, and within Indian food there's so many different cultures. How do you tell a story about all of those heritage and the culture through your menu?
That's a fantastic question. You know, India is an ancient civilization which still exists in its full form.
Yeah.
Unlike Roman civilization, unlike Mesopotamian civilization, unlike Egyptian civilization. And the deepest root of what represents India is unity in diversity. There is 29 states. Each state has its own language, own script, own food, own fashion. It's like putting Europe together in one country. And that's what is exciting about the menu for my restaurant. I want to represent India. So I want to represent taste, texture, mouthfeel from all over India with a twist of San Francisco and my creative touch in it. So it is all like a creative dish, but rooted in its ancient culture.
Amazing. So with the San Francisco scene that you are in now, is there any other food that you go to for comfort food that is outside of this building?
Absolutely. I love food.
Yeah.
I love food. But 2 of my favorite dishes are in this neighborhood. And they're also like immigrant-owned small businesses. One is a Chinese
I love
restaurant
that. Yeah.
just next door.
But it takes you back to Hong Kong
Yes.
times.
And I speak Cantonese, so it's like really, really cool.
Do you really?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
And the name of the restaurant is amazing. I love it. It's called Kinky, not what you're thinking of.
Did I hear that right? How do you know what I was thinking about? I was just thinking about the restaurant, and what does it mean in Cantonese? Does it mean anything?
King, K-I-N-G, and Key, K-E-E, not what you're thinking of.
I thought this conversation was taking a different turn.
Yes.
We're still back on the food.
Yes. And the other restaurant is the caddy corner from the other side of this restaurant called Old Siam. It's a Thai restaurant owned by a family again. And yeah, I love,
I love that both of your favorite go-to places are also family-owned, especially immigrant-owned small businesses. So I love that. And as you know, I love supporting small businesses too.
Yes.
So it warms my heart.
Thank you.
And I get this question quite a bit about when you, especially with someone like in our industry where we wear different hats, multiple hats. What's the favorite? So you being the culinary ambassador, being the educator, of course the chef, and also events. We have done some events together.
Yeah,
so what is the role that you enjoy the most? And I know it's really hard to answer because of how much passionate we are about each role, but I'm sure there is something that you like to share there.
I love the journey.
Yeah.
I love the journey. And I'm excited about the journey. Each and every day is different. And it is
It
the
truly is.
challenges. Like especially every day you have challenges. And for me, looking forward every day in the morning towards the chaos which is coming towards me is one of the most delicious things. Because what I want to do is to do my best and then be good with it. I cannot do better than best. So when I have done the best,
Yeah.
I love the day. So it's the journey.
So in other words, you give your everything to whatever you're doing.
Yes.
That literally is what I am truly want to embody, if I'm not already, is, every day is different. Every day is different, but at the same time, it is the continuation of who we are in different forms. You mentioned the challenges. So I know as exciting as the entrepreneur journey is, it is at times very lonely, comes with its own challenges, and running a restaurant, even though it's in the heart of San Francisco, is no easy. So tell us some of the challenges and the turning points, and maybe a day when you said, I may have to run away from it, but you stick through it. So tell us a little bit about that.
When you start your business when you're 26,
Yeah.
it's quite a challenge. And it's a very lonely place when you are a family-owned immigrant business because you don't have anybody to turn to. And it's sometimes very sad and hurtful. A lot of time you're crying, but I always made sure I wipe my own tears. Because I felt if you ask other people to wipe your tears, they may expect something in return.
Yeah.
And that's how I have always been, except when COVID happened. I didn't know what to do. I had dropped to the rock bottom of the rock bottom. There was no funds, no nothing. I didn't know where I was going to go.
And
There was
so
no
much uncertainty, not
Yeah.
knowing
Yeah.
what this is.
No
And-
support. And whatever support government was providing was going to the big businesses. Nothing was coming to the little ones like ours. That's when, my wife Cody, my daughter Sarah and Caitlin, my son-in-laws, Sean and Mikhail said, you can ask for help.
Yeah.
Being a part of the community, enriching right from day one. I resisted, but then I did.
Yeah.
We did.
Resistance is in your blood, in every form, has to come through.
I was being pig-headed, still, but there was no other choice than to ask for help.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage to ask for help. So
we did a GoFundMe, and we raised $45,000 to help
Brilliant.
us survive COVID. And the help didn't just come from San Francisco,
Yeah.
didn't just come from Bay Area, didn't just come from California, didn't just come from all of USA, but from all over the world.
beautiful.
And that's how we survived COVID. And that's how today we are sitting and talking.
And I am very, very honored. And I believe those are some of the challenges that also brought us together.
Yes.
So I have witnessed it on how you changed and evolved through it. All these new changes or the adaptation that we have to do. Speaking of which, how was your vision evolved during the times when you first had a vision, when you started your restaurant in Hong Kong, to now? How to take us through that journey?
It's, for us, it was a challenge where we wanted to decide where should we settle when our family started growing. San Francisco is a place where we felt you are accepted just the way you are.
That is very well said.
Here, people are interested in your opinion,
Yeah.
and they make space for their opinion to be heard too. And it's very much like the oldest greetings of India, which is Namaste. Left hand represents my soul, right hand represents your soul, and by putting it together, we are promising we are going to exist in peace and harmony in a respectful way.
There you go, folks, for people who didn't know what namaste means. We just now heard from the legend himself.
So this way we felt this is a perfect place for a mixed race family to be raised, where we can rejoice the unity in diversity again.
Yeah. I have witnessed or seen some of your online growth as well, and the wisdom and the stories, the spice affairs that you put out there. I talked to us about the legacy and the wisdom and what you want to share for the younger generation of the restaurant owners that comes through. So what would you want people to remember the most about you?
I would love them to remember my intention.
Yeah.
That the intention has always been to enrich, and also that I have deeply believed in the fact that change is inevitable, growth is optional. So you have to change with time. And this, when you are down there and you are struggling, you have to remember this too will pass.
Yeah.
And you
In
do
literally
your best.
everything you're doing, literally in life, right? So,
Yeah, I've been, blessed by the universe. I feel very, very blessed. And yes, I love this journey.
beautiful, and we're witnessing it. What is the future, although the continuation is still there, anything that you envision more for in the coming years of the New Delhi in San Francisco?
One of the biggest thing you have most probably seen all over my social media, I keep telling everybody it's freaking delicious. And that's because my last name is Dey, and nothing could be more.
Really? I haven't seen any of them. Where can I find them for the folks that are wondering?
So, Netflix is making a movie.
Wow.
And so it is a story of my life. It is a story of survival. It is a story which starts, each one of them starts right here in this restaurant. So there's 26 stories. Each story starts as if you come to the restaurant, you're dining, and I'm just approaching you, describing the 2 or 3 people who are at the table, and then this goes on, but tell them that, hey, we are celebrating the upcoming Indian Independence Day, and then they ask me, what should I order? And then I go like, you should order the pepper chicken. It's freaking delicious. And
it actually is really delicious, or delicious. Am I saying it right?
Yeah, delicious, yes. And then we are talking, and then they ask me, how did you survive COVID? Then I tell the whole story of it. The story ends with a picture of pepper chicken, and then a recipe of pepper chicken, and 4 different graphic design of celebrating Indian Independence Day all through the 37, 38, 39 years of our existence.
Wow.
So it's more like a life book, not just a cookbook. So that's happening, and then hopefully that will get turned into a series, which is going to be freaking delicious.
Absolutely. When can we expect that?
About
What's
3
the
or
timeline?
4 years. 3 or 4 years.
Okay.
We're working on it, and I'm just
In the
enjoying
making.
the process. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I personally have to ask you this. Your new life and new identity as Bapu, how are you enjoying it? Or how did you feel when you first saw that tag from, and the internet has gone wild calling you Bapu, and I called him Bapu a long time ago, but he didn't become famous with my words. So share some of those stories, and I know that many people have come to the restaurant to meet with Bapu.
Yes, there's a strange, different comments, so many fun things. People every morning say, hello Bapu, missing you. Some says, Nathuram Godse is looking for you. But
how did you first find out about it?
I suddenly saw my Instagram is going viral. It started by going 27,000, 52,000. Now it's at like 2.4 million, you know, and it's like, wow. And I love that people love it.
Yeah.
And it's all about, you know, enjoying the process. And I am glad that, you know, people think I am reincarnation of Bapu. But one of the guests I would love to cook, if ever I get a chance, in, you know, maybe in a different sphere, will be cooking for Mahatma Gandhi.
Really?
And then we will be calling each other twins.
Well, many of them are dreaming to just even have a dinner with Bapu that they can find in this life.
Yes.
So it's so much fun getting to know the journey, the roots of your whole New Delhi restaurant. So thank you for being here, sharing. For folks who have not dined here, what are you even waiting for? Don't you love the delicious food? Come enjoy your time, and I'm sure you will learn more than what you just heard today, because there's a long 37 years of journey right here in San Francisco, but there is much more beyond that Ranjan would love to share with you. So come enjoy the food and immerse yourself in the culture and the story behind. Thank you. My name is Shruthi, and this is
I am Chef Ranjan Dey from New Delhi Restaurant. And thank you, Shruthi,
Oh,
for
my
doing
pleasure.
this.
Thank
I
you.
really love it.